We're on here for terrible, terrible damage, and this is game 4 of AngryProbe versus Zachling. We're here on Shakuras Plateau, and in the upper left, we have the green Terran Zachling, and in the bottom right, of course, playing random, rolling Zerg, the blue Zerg, AngryProbe. So it has been 2-1 in this series for AngryProbe, winning the first two, dropping the previous game when he landed Protoss. Went for an interesting Nexus first into one gate into Forge and Cannon. Cannons never really got up. And the 2 racks pressure into double factory Thor won it. An interesting mix. Though it worked out, I'm not sure about the viability of that strategy out of Zachling. That 2 racks pressure really shouldn't be able to do anything when it's reactive against that Nexus first build, if the build is solid out of his opponent. Now the actual Forge expand against Terran as Protoss I actually like. I do it myself. It's pretty safe, but normally you do go Forge first into Nexus, put down a cannon, and then get a gateway, or get a gateway before the cannon, one or the other. But wasn't up in time because of the unusual build order there. We go hatch first. Naturally, there's almost nothing else. That was on 14. That is the hatch first that I like. The most common one is 15 hatch, but I play a little safer than that. Either one works just fine. SCV going to move up to the upper right and find nothing. Over here we just have a straight up good old 1 racks fast expand. It's become pretty much a standard in TVZ since the most recent balance changes, where the Queen got that extra range. It's caused quite a bit of problems. And as both a Diamond Zerg and Diamond Terran, I think that was actually overkill and puts Terran in a pretty bad spot in this matchup. We'll see if it plays. Well, actually, it's already played into it, as you can see, because if this was pre-balance changes, we'd almost definitely see Reactor Heli in here into expand rather than straight up 1 racks FE. The drone actually gets in and gets a full scout here of what is going on, so that is quite nice. However, we do have this bunker going down, and there's been no reaction as of yet. The 2 drones just moving out. Now, he doesn't have to react very heavily here. He really needs to be focusing on this SCV. He needs to shift right-click on that SCV so the drones will follow it around. But Lings are out. Now here is the Marine. It will not make it in. And that's about it. He actually didn't need the 6 Lings. He only needed 4 really there. 4 is the normal one, but may as well get the extra 2 and be safe. Actually going straight into a 3rd, and this is what I'm talking about with that Queen change. Because Reactor Heli and Expand isn't really an open, it's not a favorite opening anymore because it's much less effective. You can just go straight into that 3rd, but actually just cancels it. I don't know what AngryProbe saw. They decided to build that 3rd and then cancel it. That's a bit curious. But at any rate, Lings get into the main, finally now walling that off. Oh, pulling way too many SCVs there. Gets the Marine as well. So these will be a nuisance. Another Marine coming out to deal with those. Now we only actually have 1 on gas. That is actually a hidden little benefit there. Now that Marine will be able to pick out that Zergling, but just by that harass there, even without killing SCVs, he actually did get 1 extra SCV here in the main. But by doing that, he kind of distracted his opponent from taking as much taking those gas geysers appropriately when he would have actually wanted to in the game. So that distraction has helped out just a little bit. Now here in the main we have a roach warren and a baneling nest. So it looks like we are going to go in for a 2-base roachling bane all in. So this has been fairly popular for quite a while now. Been several months since we first started seeing it largely in the GSL, where it just was almost every game for a little bit there, and was rather hard to stop. We have just a single bunker, but we do have 3 barracks up front along with it, but not a great deal number of units. We will not have siege tanks, and we do have a move out with these roaches, and we'll be rallying in Zerglings behind it. I'm not sure about the move out quite yet, because it will still be another 65 seconds before Zergling speed is done. I don't think you really want to move in before that is done. But actually, these roaches going straight in. I guess he's going to show his hand right now. If he pulls SCVs in an appropriate amount of time, he will be able to repair that bunker and prevent the roaches from focusing it down. But morphs in 4 banelings, a weird number. No, he doesn't want to send those in up front. One's going to be focused down before it gets to 2 focused down before it even gets there. Only 1 SCV repairing, though, so that is a mistake. A lot of roaches here, not enough Marines, no stim. He really needs to pull some SCVs here. In production, he actually had 2 starports going up during this, really cutting on the units built. And Zachling leaves the game. Ends it right there. That was rough. Cloak Banshee's not out in time and dies to that push. 3-1.